Hello. So I'm going to actually try to do another one here. First one was pretty successful. This one will be public. There. Hello everybody. So good Sam here. Just doing some work on the next long form comic. The new Armageddon Blues. Following up a page I just finished up yesterday. Like that. This red line is mapping where I'm going to do sound effects later on. I want to think about how they'll move through the panel. I'm also going to have dialogue. Yeah. So what's in the box? Double line. And the box bigger. It'll actually be that large. That's cool. Some fireworks going off. Did not know there were fireworks happening tonight. It's where. Oh yeah, that's the side. That's where I made it. I went wrong. I got the wrong bit. And yeah, also two bits on the side. That line up with that. Chord. with the curvature of space rounding the floor. Imagining a bit of a fisheye lens being used for this down shot. Let's share this stream. Hello there, whoever's watching. Let me see, I'll go to the live page. Turn off dashboard videos. Or do I have to, I think I have to go to my channel. I'm pulling up the chat in case anyone's chatting. Oh yeah, good. So it's right there on my main page. Publicly listed. It says 2 are watching. There. Okay, put that. I'll put it there. Or actually, you know what I should do? That would make a lot more sense. Next time, though. That'll be fun. I'll just put this. Oh, okay. There. Okay. So table leg is right there. Debris everywhere. Let's get into that. No. Closing. Some loose pencils and ink line. That's the process for this comic. And then I'll go to tone. I'm not sure where that dropped out. Oh, that looks janky. In the stream. Let's see, is that a no, compression will drop down low. Let's see what you look like. Huh? Okay. Right. So I was talking about my process when I noticed that cropped. Let me get back to the work. So the problem with this live streaming stuff is it sometimes becomes a distraction to the work. So I need my bust. I sculpted this years ago, this character, and it's like paint's chipped. It was air dry clay with white paint, so I've touched it up by sealing it rather than repainting it because I like the patina of age. I want his profile now. Didn't do this for any other characters so far, but I might do it for more in this book. Oh, I've drawn them first now, but I drew him first too before sculpting him the first time. I did this back in the late 90s. And the plan was to do a lot more in sculpture, and I might still, although, so like there's a city that I was thinking about sculpting. But it is pretty detailed, but that's why I would sculpt it, because it makes detailed shots a lot easier to recreate. But I also learned how to use 3D Coat a little bit. I would need some more practice. And I always imagine like I put in some time practicing building that city and a couple other locations. They don't have to be super elaborate, even just crude versions would be useful. So that's the bottom of the pecs. That's the sort of the triangle of the collarbone and where these muscles meet. And I'm thinking about how perspective works a bit. Oh, look at that, I'm off camera. Hello, Paulus Mobius. I don't know how old that post is. I've got the sound turned off, so I'm also not hearing the alerts. I wonder if I can do... Is that something I can do in the chat? Well, I can see mine there. A mute microphone that's handy now. Okay. I figured out how to turn the sounds for the chats on so I can actually hear. Oh, interesting. Live chat. There, I can see it. I wonder if I'll hear it now. So I was saying, just drawing the shape of the pectoral muscles here with a mind towards how they look in perspective. It goes down. So it comes from just below and down. Down. So that one on the head, I'm going to bring it around because it makes sense. He's using the same hand. It needs to be the one with the device on it. So I teach a class at Syn Studio called Dynamic Drawing. It's down now. And a few aspects of it that I cover, aspects of drawing, of what makes drawing dynamic that I cover. That, let's see if I can fix that some more. Oops, boink, boink. There. better. Get this in the sweet spot proper. All right. So I was saying dynamic drawing. There's a few aspects I cover in the cloak course of things that I think make art dynamic. And the little short version of the class is it's a pretty diverse survey of gesture, construction, anatomy, learning to draw spontaneously, and process, and like having a structured, deliberate practice regime where you pick out things that you want to focus on improving, getting better at, and go at that in a systematic and observed way. And so I'm planning to do a lot more of these live feeds on YouTube. That's where I'm going with all this. I was thinking about the sketching I'm doing right now. So I'm going to do a lot more of the work in progress as patrons only, where people can ask me questions if they're patrons, live feeds, and sometimes just general, probably more of just the general YouTube thing where I may have a live chat up, but I'm not going to answer complicated questions or anything. The patrons only ones will have a more of instructional thing in terms of them asking questions. And if you're a patron, you can ask me to talk about specific process oriented or drawing, basically. I have a student patron category, and the idea is that you'll be able to get tutored. Also one-on-one live stuff. Now that I have a good connection and a good way to record this stuff at my desk in a very lightweight rig. I had a webcam for a long while, but I was never happy with the quality. I think this is my new cell phone, and I think it's just a lot better when it comes to the image quality. Where's the other? Just doing continuity. Center. Thing. Like a fingerprint reader. It's centered on the dot. I made it too long. That's fine. Oh, bigger. sound effects coming from that thing. So the bottom of it then cuts a lot shorter. That's cool. Good morning, Armin. Yeah, it's got like half his arm. That's fine. Go. It's not already franking, which means it's time to end this video. And I'll start another one just to separate the tasks. We'll call this the penciling video. This is a blue lead and drop lead pencils. It's erasable. And I use that and color erase pencils, but I recently got myself, so I've got a red and a blue and a graphite, all the same kind of pencil, all 0.7, to do this work in for the new Armageddon blues. Style-wise, I changed my style and my art from book to book and story to story a little bit. Like I'm doing Dream Life book 2 right now, and I'm doing that all digitally. There's a video of me working on that on the channel. I haven't recorded a lot of it, and it's a new thing for me. It's like that project in general has always been about pushing my boundaries and trying to do work that's stretching me, and also just I spent a lot more time on the pages and polished them. I did that with book 1 too. It took forever to get done, and I've accepted that that will continue to be the way. And I've decided, instead of just revisiting, because it would be boring for me, the same process for Dream Life book 2, I'm trying to emulate pretty closely the look, the aesthetics of book 1, but I'm doing it in a pure digital from thumbs to finishes. It looks similar, so like an ink and ink wash with some digital gradient work finish, but it's pure digital. It's been really fun, but it's very slow. It takes almost a week to do a page. When you add in chores and things, basically I'm getting one done a week, sometimes two, which is fine for a slow-moving project like that, but I wanted this one to be something I get done quickly. I've had the script in development for a very long time. It's all mine. It's a spin-off of an idea that back in the early 90s, I was chummy with a fellow named Scott Andrews. And for those of you who are into science fiction, you'll know that he's a UK science fiction author. And he was just thinking about getting into comics at the time, and I'd been working for Marvel for about a year or so, and we talked about a few ideas, and we actually did a Ghost Rider 2099 story together that was pitched and sold, and unfortunately the book got canceled before it got run. So I had two Ghost Rider 2099 stories, one with Scott Andrews, and the other one with another British writer, Warren Ellis. So neither of those got published because the title got canceled. But I did leak them online years ago. You can find them if you're interested. And we had this bit character for a project that we had thought of at the time. And the project itself sort of, we stopped collaborating after when he went back to England. We didn't stay in touch that well. And then in the end, I kind of just my tastes evolved, and it was an interesting idea, but I was increasingly compelled to go kind of off into other narratives in the world that I'd started conceptualizing. So the story I'm doing now is sort of set in an evolved version of the futuristic sci-fi story me and Scott thought of, although it's really changed a lot because I've added in a lot what I know about our expected future. So it's set in a future where the island of Montreal is flooded. It's been renamed, and just the top is now built up into a new city. There's a statue of Leonard Cohen, but this location is the old what's it called? St. Mary? St. Mary Hospital? I think so. Well, this facade's similar, it's been changed, but and the buildings around it have built up. But I did floor plans of what I think this space is like, and this kind of works in it. And it's in a very sketchy style that I developed for Therefore Repent with Jim Monroe back in 2000. Well, for me, 6 came out in 2007. Fast and dirty, designed to go quick. We'll be doing pencils with these, and then inking with brush and pigment pens. So these tools, and then I use whiteout and gel pens and a Presto pen primarily for the white and revisions. And then when I did Therefore Repent, I did it this way. I did the shades, the graphite tones directly on the art, and it works. But I found it's simpler to do the inks fairly clean. This is what I was explaining with the stream drop down. So let's add this to the end of this video, and then clean inks, and then I would put those out as blues and do this graphite shading work to add to that. And if you go to Instagram, you'll see a detailed chunk of this, of what that looks like when it's finished. You should be able to find my Instagram link in my description text. Yes, it'll be down there with tweets, Instagram, and Facebook. If you're interested in checking out my streams, subscribe, hit the alert button. But you can also, pitch in and say hello. And I'm thinking about doing the things with the videos sometime. And I'm going to probably go through my courses, dynamic drawing and making comics, and do short video synopsis of each class that I may put up for free on YouTube, I think. They're meant to be like recaps of what we cover in the classes with my students. But I think that might be also something I can safely put up publicly. And that's all to come. The New Year's coming up, so there'll be holidays and stuff. I'll probably be out of here just after Christmas, and I probably won't do a lot of this sort of stuff during the holidays. But anytime I'm drawing, I might turn the camera, the more complicated stuff. But anytime I'm drawing, I might turn the camera and show you what I'm doing. And because this is a very portable form factor, I may even take work with me when I go to journal. Although I'm not sure about that, because I find usually when I do that, I don't actually end up pulling it out much. So yeah, gonna sign off for this one and go get some coffee and then start a new one to start inking. So see you then.